Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Garou venue. In today's scene, we open to the Sept of the Green, where a little doe has spoken to a shadow, and that shadow has spoken to a bird, and that little bird has spoken to Chases the Storm, and Chases the Storm is pissed. Chases the Storm is currently within the Fianna Castle, the bottom level, the basement. He's in lupus. And he looks to one of the kinfolk that are trying to figure out how they can fix things, how they can make one of their Garou patrons feel better. Finally, his head looks up and he growls at the kinfolk. Bring me Maeve and Katori now. It's not so soon afterwards that a kinfolk will appear before Maeve and Katori separately. The one that comes to Maeve. Chases the Storm Raya wishes to speak to you.
And while Maeve probably starts in Hamid, this doesn't seem like one of those official things, and I mean, it hasn't been that hard to hear that Chases has been pretty pissed and the kinfolk have been reacting accordingly. So she'll bob her muzzle bob her head, and take off like a shot for the castle. Probably not shifting down until she's inside and beyond the areas where people might see, hurrying down the stairs or wherever she's directed.
The kinfolk will then come to Katori. Keeper of the Land Raya.
It looks sideways to the insolent Hamid kinfolk.
Chases the Storm wishes to speak with you. And you know this kinfolk is not looking at you. He is staring at the ground.
He will get off his hind legs and start to walk into the direction of the castle. Even if, when he goes near, he's just going to snap his jaws not far from the kinfolk, just to scare him, and then he will, as if nothing happened, he will just trot. Because yes, he's a douche.
So, you guys go. I'm guessing you guys go down into the castle.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be
Yep.
You'll be directed to the basement, where Maeve, you've been there before. I don't know if Katori has been there.
Katori has been in the Fianna Castle. The underground level, probably not.
The underground level actually has a layer of ground. It has grass underneath it. And you can see two yellow eyes shining in the darkness, looking at the two of you as you come to the basement.
For the sake of note, Maeve's going to, as soon as she creeps onto the floor level, is going to go belly up, tail tucked.
Screaming Eagle, for his part, he will show his throat to the afro, exposing his neck.
I've heard something distressing of late. And I wonder if the two of you can explain it to me.
As he steps out from the shadows. And both of you will see the look of a fresh kill around his muzzle and his forepaws. He is not in lupus, he is in hispo.
And what is it that you have heard, Ritemaster Raya?
Looks over at Maeve.
Do I need to say it out loud, lass? Or do you know why I've called you?
Maeve may have seemed somewhat startled by the severity of the reaction, but with a moment to think on it, she will still belly up, because she has not been given a cue to raise.
That was your cue.
Yeah, oh, well, then she will hurriedly get herself up, tail still tucked, and glance over to Screaming Eagle. It's probably because I went asking Garrett. I was trying to find resources to get the blood for the moot.
Screaming Eagle is going to turn and look at Muhammad with a strange look on his face.
Well, she totally went and asked him. We didn't seen it, but I made sure. What? You can't just go out doing that all willy-nilly. I needed to get resources and prepare for it.
Resources is a nice way to say people. Is that not what you asked, Garrett?
She ducks her muzzle.
Who could disappear? Now tell me, Maeve, why do you think that might be a bad idea?
The rest to the veil, Raya.
Why else?
She studies her feet for a second. The spirits have not specifically asked us for blood, and I have not come to you first.
Where on Gaia's green earth do you think did you get the notion that the children of Stag participate in such a brutal act?
And over the course of that, she's damn near belly to the floor by the end of it. I just wanted to find a way to help.
And he paces over. As he paces over, he shifts. He does not go to Hamid. He does not go to Lupus. He goes straight to Krenos.
Sit up now.
She does so, albeit there's probably at least a brief kind of, not a flinch per se, but you can tell that she visibly braces herself for impact before snapping up into a proper sit.
Now, you have forgotten your true purpose as a cub, your duty to Gaia that befits your rank. It is to sit, it is to listen and learn. So, for the next while, I'm going to make sure that you do just that.
And in the wake of that, again, she just kind of physically locks up and braces for impact.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A claw or a hand is going to come out and backhand you.
Shall I soak for damage? She's gonna fly either way, but... Do I need to soak damage?
Yeah, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Soak 5 bashing. And she's not gonna go flying, because he hit her with a downward thing. So he could do this. And are you going to resist a grapple?
From Chase's? Hell no.
Okay. You do not resist a grapple.
Nope. When she's put down, she's gonna stay there.
He grabs you by one Krynos hand
and his other hand plunges into your mouth, wraps around your tongue, and pulls. Strength plus athletics. Maeve, I want you to take 3 ag as your tongue detaches from your mouth.
Yep, she will probably squirm just because it hurts, not in an attempt to necessarily shake off the giant paws. But she thrashes and probably lets out a screech because, yeah, that fucking hurts.
Mm.
In the wake of that, she will be mauled. Probably end up...
You heal bashing at the top of every round.
Oh, true.
So
Injured, but she will just kind of, once he's let go of her, will just kind of lay there with her paws over her muzzle.
Oh.
And doing her best. Let's roll willpower to see if she can compose herself at all.
I would say so.
Yep.
He
So she locks her
tosses-
jaw with blood running out of it.
He tosses the tongue to the side, and he looks down at Maeve in his Krynos form.
No. You're to let that heal naturally. Do I make myself clear?
She gives a tiny bob of her now thoroughly bloodied muzzle.
And his head snaps up. And you! Where did she get such an idea? Eh?
This might not be a tradition of stag, but among the brood of griffin, we have our way. But if you ask, did I specifically told the cub to go and take homets, sacrifice them? Then my answer will be no.
Right. And who do I have the honor of speaking to? Am I speaking to Katori? Or am I speaking to that shriveled up old...
And he walks off.
artifact of the Impergium?
I am not that old. I am Screaming Eagle of
You-
Redland tribe.
You have passed from this world, ancestor spirit.
And
Return.
the spirit of the Sept are angry. I come with a voice of discontent. I hear them being angry, seeing them being disrespected. I am a voice within many. Better than some of the Garou to look at me as an embodiment of this anger, so that they remember. We are watching you all! Ritemaster Raya.
And he just glares. Go
Oh,
before I make you!
I think I'm gonna roll a fate die.
I think.
And it's actually question, Robert. Is basically chases the storm throwing an intimidation at the ancestor spirit.
We're gonna look right here real quick. Like.
Mhm.
And mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
Okay.
And that is a roll of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yup. So yeah, that's not enough, but he managed to conserve a poker face. Slight poker face. As he looks at the fee. Actually, you're still in Krynos, right?
Yep.
He's he's not looking at you directly in the eye. And he's going to say, very well. I can see when my presence is no longer required. For now. As he will go back to where he is, which is in a very, very dark place. Very, very lonely place. As Glory just shake his head as he slowly retake conscience.
As soon as Katori, it seems as though Katori has regained himself. Chases is going to cross the area in 3 quick strides. And he is not open hand smacking you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Okay. Where is it? Yeah, it's there. Bum, 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 bum.
Fucking ones. Damn it, 3 ones. No. His claw rakes across your chest, but you take it. And he glares at you.
You are stronger than that!
His ears flattened.
I should beat the both of you within an inch of your lives. Not because I want to, but because apparently I still frickin' have to.
And he's still glaring. And he looks over at Maeve and he goes,
You are still a child. But because you're going through your rite of passage, I have to treat you like an adult. And you have a set position now that is to be respected. You cannot lose control like that. Ever. Do I make myself clear?
He's going to take a deep breath, looking at May, probably with a sorry expression, before going back to chases. You have made yourself quite clear, right, Master Raya?
And Maeve is still locked up into a proper sit, and has her mouth very, very slightly open so that the blood can spill out rather than down her throat. But besides a bit of a balk as he comes forward and essentially mentions beating the shit out of both of them, she does the slight balk, the ears flick back for a second, and the head kind of jerks back a tiny bit, but come the end of the lecture, she, again, stiffly bobs her muzzle.
no. As he looks like he visibly forces himself to calm down. And he reassumes lupus form.
Your test, your final test, is coming up, Maeve. And it's not going to be an easy one. I know the spirit that is going to assign it, and she is not with mercy. Matcha will be giving your test of luck. And you, Katori, you are my student. I want you to be able to take this position from me eventually. But I can't even think of you being able to do that with that demon still inhabiting your thoughts.
A promise was made. I will need to take care of that promise.
Yes, yes, you will. Go, the both of you. Leave me.
He's going to sigh and actually take a step forward. I'm afraid I can't.
Why is that?
Because now that I have regained control of myself, we need to talk regarding the preparation of the contrition mood that I have asked. I want to know if I have the blessing of the Elder Council for it to take place.
You do, Katari. You do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. The Elder Council trusts your judgment.
Mm. He nods. I will give my opinion regarding what has happened and what me and the other Theurge think should happen. The judgment will be within the hand of the Philodox. But I think this contrition mood shall be also the occasion to right past wrongs. We can't ignore that spirits have been angered by many.
Good.
And he will nod.
Keep in mind, Katari, there are still those that need the right of the departed.
Mm.
That will be our responsibility as well. You will lead that right.
He nods. Very well. That's certainly not good for a cell phone.
As Chases the Storm gets a really important email about some bacon that's on sale.
And damn you, Robert, because that was the last thing I wanted to say. Now corresponding filled with bacon. Okay, you were talking about that. Damn it. I guess it will get back on my mind at some point. But yeah, he nods, and yes, I got back what I wanted to say. Also, I think that this mood should also be the occasion to make every Garou remember. I do not care what image they wish to enact from this day forward. I would like your approval for every Garou coming to me, telling me precisely what spirit they will go for a chiminage. We can't afford to be surprised by seeing an angry spirit without knowing precisely who made a grave mistake.
And what? You're the keeper of the land, Katori. The relationship between the Sept and its spirits are your responsibility, not mine.
However, I am your pupil, and you know more about Hamid rather than Wolf than I do.
Again,
Sometimes, apparently, Hamids get the idea of privacy and secrets even more than I do.
what they don't tell you will eventually come back to bite them. Enact your order. You're keeper of the land. They are not.
He's gonna smirk actually at that statement. Then we are in an agreement.
Aye,
I have work to do.
suppose you do. Now, leave me be.
Yes, Master. And he will trot off from the basement of the Vienna castle.
And as far as Maeve's departure, she will do so by looking into her reflection in the growing pool of blood, so that she doesn't leave a mess for the kinfolk to clean, sidestepping, and then quickly let herself out.
Okay. Do either of you have anything you'd like to do?
No. Probably just saying that in the depth of the abyss, probably Screaming Eagle is cackling like a madman.
Nope, I don't think in the wake of this Maeve's going to try anything as far as learning rights, so I'll just not do that.
Right. So, I think this is a place to end our scene. We thank you players for playing. We thank you watchers if there have been any watchers. And this has been another scene for Living World of Darkness. Rage across New York. Garou venue. Wherever you are, please have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night.